Have you ever noticed that the older we get, the more our bodies seem to react to things that never used to bother us? Maybe you wake up feeling a bit stiffer than usual, or you find your energy levels dropping off a cliff by mid-afternoon, even when you have not been particularly active. We often chalk these changes up to the simple passage of time, telling ourselves that it is just what happens when we reach our golden years. But what if I told you that some of the most common items in your pantry, things you might have been eating every single day for decades, are doing more than just making you feel tired? There is a hidden connection between our daily diet and the way our cells protect themselves as we age. And today, we are going to look at some surprising foods that could be quietly increasing your long-term risks without you even realizing it. It is so easy to feel like our health is out of our hands once we hit 60 or 70. But that is simply not the case. It might not just be aging that is making you feel less than your best. There could be specific daily habits or common foods causing your body unnecessary stress, ones that almost everyone thinks are totally harmless. The truth is that your body is incredibly resilient, but as we get older, our cellular repair teams get a little slower and need a bit more support. In this video, we are going to uncover the everyday foods that may be secretly increasing cancer risk over time, and more importantly, I am going to show you exactly what to choose instead so you can regain your vitality and protect your future. By the time we are done, you will have a clear roadmap to feeling lighter, stronger, and more in control of your health than you have in years. Before we jump into the details, if you care about staying healthy and independent and want to keep learning how to navigate these years with strength, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on those notifications. We share the kind of senior health insights that often get overlooked in a standard checkup. And while you are here, I would love to know who I am talking to today. Are you watching from the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, or somewhere else across the globe? Drop a comment below with where you are from because I am always so curious to see how far our senior health community reaches. It is truly an honor to have you here. Let us start with something that is a staple on many breakfast tables, and that is processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats. Now, I know how comforting a warm plate of bacon can be on a Sunday morning, but there is a reason health experts have become so concerned about these items. Processed meats are often treated with chemicals called nitrates and nitrites to keep them fresh and give them that pink color we expect. When these meats are cooked at high temperatures, or even just when they hit your stomach acid, those chemicals can transform into something called nitrosamines. Science tells us that these compounds are potent carcinogens that can damage the delicate lining of your colon. For those of us over 60, our digestive systems are already working harder to process nutrients and clear out waste. Adding these chemicals to the mix is like asking your body to run a marathon with a heavy backpack. You might notice this as a lingering sense of bloating or a heavy, sluggish feeling after a big breakfast. But do not worry, you do not have to give up your morning protein. Instead of reaching for the packaged sausage, try switching to fresh, pasture-raised eggs, or even a nice piece of fresh turkey or chicken breast that you have roasted yourself. These options give you the strength you need without the chemical baggage that strains your cells. Moving on to our second point, and this one is often hidden in plain sight inside those colorful boxes of crackers, cookies, and white breads. We are talking about highly refined carbohydrates. These are grains that have had all their fiber and nutrients stripped away, leaving behind something that your body turns into sugar almost instantly. When we consume these refined grains, our blood sugar spikes, which forces our bodies to pump out high levels of insulin. Here is the part many people do not realize. High levels of insulin and a related growth factor called IGF-1 can actually act like a fertilizer for cells that are trying to grow out of control. Think of your body like a garden, and those insulin spikes are like pouring high-strength growth serum on everything, including the weeds you do not want. As we age, our metabolism slows down, making it much harder for us to clear that excess sugar from our blood. You might notice that after eating a lot of white bread or sugary snacks, your joints feel a bit more inflamed or your mind feels a bit foggy. The fix is actually quite delicious. Swap out those white processed grains for hearty alternatives like quinoa, oats, or sprouted grain bread. These provide a slow, steady release of energy that keeps your insulin levels stable and your body feeling balanced. If you are finding these tips useful so far, please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps us reach more people who need this information. And if you have not yet, do subscribe for more insights on how to stay vibrant as you age. We are just getting started on this journey together. Next on our list is something that feels very healthy, but can sometimes be a trap, and that is how we handle our grilled meats. We all love a good summer barbecue, but when we cook meat at very high temperatures over an open flame until it gets those dark, charred marks, something happens on a molecular level. Two types of chemicals, heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, are formed when the fat and juices from the meat drip onto the fire and the smoke rises back up. These chemicals can actually cause changes in our DNA that may increase risk over time. Imagine your DNA as the instruction manual for your body, and these chemicals are like someone going in and scribbling over the important pages. For a senior whose DNA repair mechanisms are already under a bit more pressure, this can be significant. You might have felt a bit of indigestion or that heavy feeling after a heavily charred steak, but you do not have to put away the grill. A smarter strategy is to marinate your meat in lemon juice, garlic, or rosemary before cooking. Studies have shown that these simple ingredients can reduce the formation of those harmful chemicals by up to 90%. Also, try cooking at a slightly lower temperature and flipping the meat often to prevent that heavy charring. It is about enjoying the ritual of the barbecue while protecting the health of your cells. Now, let us talk about a group of foods that have become almost impossible to avoid in the modern grocery store. And those are ultra-processed snacks that contain acrylamide. This is a chemical that naturally forms in starchy foods like potatoes and grains when they are fried, roasted, or baked at high temperatures. Think of your favorite crispy potato chips, or even that very dark, well-done toast. While acrylamide is found in many foods, the high concentrations in processed snacks are what worry researchers. In our bodies, acrylamide is converted into a compound that can cause damage to our genetic material. Picture a piece of delicate silk that starts to get tiny snags in it. Over time, those snags can turn into tears. For many of us, reaching for a bag of chips is just a way to relax in the evening, but those snacks might be contributing to a state of chronic inflammation that makes our legs feel heavy and our energy feel low. The good news is that you can still have that crunch. Try switching to raw nuts, seeds, or even making your own kale chips in the oven at a lower temperature. Your body will thank you for the extra minerals and the absence of those high-temperature chemical byproducts. I hope you are taking notes because this next one is something that often surprises people. It is the role of alcohol in our long-term health. We are often told that a glass of wine is good for the heart, but as we get older, the way our liver processes alcohol changes significantly. When we drink, our bodies break alcohol down into a substance called acetaldehyde, which is a known toxin that can damage DNA and prevent our cells from repairing themselves. For seniors, even modest amounts of alcohol can linger in the system longer, leading to more oxidative stress. Imagine your internal cleaning crew trying to mop up a spill while someone keeps pouring more on the floor. Eventually, the crew gets tired and cannot keep up. You might notice that even one glass of wine leaves you feeling more dehydrated the next day or makes your sleep feel restless. If you enjoy the ritual of a drink, consider switching to sparkling water with a splash of pomegranate juice or a bit of fresh lime. You still get the social experience and the refreshing taste, but you are giving your liver and your cells a much-needed break so they can focus on keeping you healthy and strong. It might feel a bit unsettling to learn how many everyday items are connected to these risks, but I want you to take a deep breath and remember that knowledge is power. Now that you know these hidden culprits, you are no longer at their mercy. You do not need to overhaul your entire life by tomorrow morning. Even swapping out your morning sausage for an egg or choosing whole grain bread over white can spare your body a tremendous amount of stress. You might start to notice less stiffness in the mornings and more energy on your walks once you begin implementing these small changes. Imagine walking through the park with your friends, feeling light on your feet and clear in your mind, knowing that you are fueling your body with things that protect you. That is the power of using smarter strategies instead of just doing what we have always done. To recap our journey today, remember that protecting your health is about making a few key shifts. Watch out for the hidden chemicals in processed meats. Be mindful of the sugar spikes from refined grains that can act like fuel for the wrong kind of growth. Manage the way you grill to avoid those charred chemicals. Limit the ultra-processed snacks that contain acrylamide. And be gentle with your liver by reconsidering how much alcohol your system can comfortably handle. It is all about giving your body the right environment to do what it does best, which is heal and maintain itself. I know that growing older can sometimes feel like a series of things we have to give up. We feel the aches in our joints, we notice our balance is not what it used to be, and the fear of a serious diagnosis can be a heavy burden to carry. But I want you to hear me when I say that you are not alone, and it is absolutely not too late to turn things around. Your body is incredibly resilient, and it responds to kindness at any age. Every better choice you make, every small habit you shift, is a victory for your future freedom. You are not just aging, you are evolving, and you are doing it with the wisdom that only comes from years of experience. One meal and one step at a time, you are taking back the reins of your health and showing the world that your golden years can truly be your strongest. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Was it the grilled meats, the refined grains, or perhaps the connection between sugar and cellular growth? Do you have a favorite healthy swap that makes you feel great? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I make it a point to read through them because we are a community, and your experience might be the exact thing someone else needs to hear today to feel encouraged. If you are still with me and you are determined to stay strong and protect your health, type a 1 in the comments to let me know you are committed to this journey. If you have any doubts or questions, type a 0. I want to hear your honest feedback too, because we are in this together. If this video helped you or opened your eyes to something new, please hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm show this video to other seniors who might be looking for ways to stay healthy and independent. And if you have not subscribed yet, please join our family here so you never miss a chance to improve your life with these science-backed tips. Your health and your independence are worth fighting for, and I am so proud of you for taking the time to invest in yourself today. Keep taking those small steps for your health because they truly do add up to giant strides in your freedom. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video.